All right, so welcome, Kelly. We chatted back last November. That was before your last wellness challenge. So how have you been since then?
Since then, Catherine, I've been great. During the holidays, I spent time to relax and prepare for 2021. Have a new team of interns, so I
Awesome.
was really getting geared up for that and getting more focus, so it's been busy and good.
I'm glad to hear. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a great time to kind of look back and figure out what was working and what wasn't and to get yourself set up for the new year. So it's good to
yeah,
hear.
definitely.
Now, I do understand that you're starting another free challenge that people can take advantage of, and it
Yes,
starts February 1st.
that's right. Yeah.
So what is it you're covering in this one?
Okay, so in this one, I decided that I would make it less intense than the first one. So I picked out, with the help of people who gave me feedback, five of the most big, important things as opposed to running 10 in 14 days. So we're going to focus in on goal setting, creating a schedule, staying active daily, your food prep for snacks and meals, and staying well rested.
Oh, that's a good one. There's a lot of burnout going around right now, isn't there?
For sure.
Yeah. Like it's interesting that you didn't start this one in January, which is when people like traditionally expect to see like New Year's resolutions
Mm.
and setting up programs around being healthier. So did you do that on purpose? And if you did, like why? Tell me why.
I totally did it on purpose. Yes. There's three reasons, really. One of them was that one of the people who wanted to redo the challenge was going to be on vacation from mid-January to the beginning of February, which would have meant I would have had to do it right at the beginning of January. And with starting the interns up, that wouldn't have given me a lot of prep time. So I was like, I'd rather wait, right? And then another reason was, yeah, I needed that prep time, but also uh, the people who tend to go all gung ho January 1st, I'm going to do this, I'm going to, New Year's resolutions,
Yeah.
they don't last, you know,
Yeah.
and resolutions get made and they get broken. Um, and so I prefer to start a little later because then I know these people are going to be more serious, um,
They can
and
focus in, I guess, eh?
yeah, yeah. And yeah, and it's not so much about go sorry, New Year's resolutions as opposed to intending from say December to do something in the new year when it happens, right? And very often if people make intentions, then they create goals from the intentions, and then we know we're like getting serious, right? and, and and that's what I'd like for people, is to be serious about what they want to achieve, and realize that it's a long-term thing, right?
Yeah, I can imagine it really increases the effectiveness or efficacy or whatever of the outcomes for people is, that kind of more intentional instead of just like everyone's doing it, I suppose I should too. So
Yeah, yeah,
good plan.
exactly.
Okay. So speaking of, oh, and I also love that you kind of created a, like that's for me such a sign of a great, service provider, as it were, right? Like you listened to the feedback from the previous people and you worked around you worked around the schedules of the people who had committed already essentially to being in the second one, which
Yeah,
I think is amazing, really
thanks.
amazing. So speaking of the last one, so what were some of the best outcomes that you saw in that last challenge? Because I mean, I participated and I loved it, but I
Yeah.
want to hear like what are some of the other outcomes that you saw that was really just made it such a powerful experience for all involved?
I think the biggest thing that I noticed is that the participation in the private Facebook group uh, was quite, even though it was a small group of people doing it, it was active all the time. And I know that those people were getting the most out of it. And not only that, most of the time, I think those people, they didn't know each other, but now they come together and you get to meet new people, right? And develop relationships. And then, you know, that's important to me. And what KellyKinetix is all about too is developing that community. So I feel like we had that support. The support was there for everybody, and it was just a positive experience overall for people. And those that, you know, some participated a little bit, some a lot. I think those that did participate got far more out of the challenge than those that didn't. Some I know were silent in the background reading the emails because I could see who was reading them. Um, but I'm like, I'm also not going to force people to participate. I just know some people love that, right? So I make sure that that is a part of what goes on. Yeah.
Well, people do learn in different ways, right? So to have different media with which they can participate and interact. But, you know, you're right about the community piece. And that's why I think, you know, I really just love what you're doing, because FitIn is all about community. We never get very far alone. So it's always when we come together, and especially nowadays when we're so separated, right? To be able to have that. And it's so great to hear that there, you know, there were relationships were created in that. That's a big deal. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So who is the perfect person? Like who is this challenge created for or perfect for? Who should be signing up, you know, as opposed to just everybody, which everyone I'm sure could benefit, but I know it's got to be perfect for a certain person.
Yeah. So I like to say that this is perfect for people who want to change or improve their lifestyle habits and don't know where to start. People who know what's important, but maybe they need that motivation. And with the motivation, they actually do it. And those who have slacked off on self-care and need to reboot and need someone to give them direction in order to do it. That's who this is best for.
I dig it. Yeah, I think a lot of people are looking forward to a fresh start, a fresh year. And, you know, like we're over that hump of that whole New Year's challenge, but, you know, like this is, what a great timing, what a great purpose. Thank you so much for coming to tell us about it. I really appreciate you stopping back in.
Thank you for having me again.
Anytime. And to everyone else out there who might be watching and listening, I will post Kelly's storefront below and after this. Please do sign up. It's a free challenge. It starts February 1st. So you have to make sure that you sign up soon, or, you know, sign up late and miss the first day or two, but definitely get yourself involved, because there's no better way than with community and with KellyKinetix. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Thank you, Catherine. Everything well.